guys, it's Britt. Tonight we're here with a quick little update from Jessica Ballinger herself. There's been a lot of silence from the Ballinger family regarding this entire situation, but Miss Jessica decided to speak out for herself, and it's quite a long comment, but I thought, in all fairness, I'm a commentary channel covering this situation unfold, so let's give her the floor, hear what she has to say. So if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys. So this was a comment reply from Jessica on their Ballinger Family channel. This is very interesting. So I'm going to insert, instead of reading the entire thing because it's so long, I'll just insert my comments throughout. But let's start at the top. She says, "It is sad to me how caught up people get in online gossip." I want to stop her right there. And I know I'm so early, but I talked about gossip a little bit when Colleen decided to drop her mega star hit Toxic Gossip Train, because the word gossip was such a huge part of her song and what she was claiming. People are running with gossip, people are tuning in for gossip, people are spreading gossip. And I will tell you guys right now, there is a huge difference between what I would consider normal gossip versus what the Colleen Ballinger situation is and what a lot of these other situations as of lately have been. The things with James Charles, the stuff with Colleen Ballinger and Corey DeSoto and Trent Ballinger, and even when we're talking about these family channels, like child exploitation and using your kids for views on social media is not gossip. Usually gossip is something really lighthearted that might just be a rumor that was started. Oh, did you see so and so was out with so and so? What do you think about that? Like, that's what normal gossip is. Or so and so was being shady. Did you see this Instagram post? I don't consider any of this gossip. I don't consider a lot of it to be lighthearted or entertaining. And if Jessica wants to come out so quickly and label Colleen Ballinger being exposed as simple gossip, then I think that she's trying to discount the gravity of this entire situation, and it's a slap in the face to the victims of Colleen and Trent and Corey. And I think that it's a big slap in the face. It's a big F you guys, because this is just gossip and you're blowing it out of proportion. That's the vibe that I get. She continues and says, "JoJo is a lovely person. She has a huge heart, a dedication to bringing joy to others, and an absolutely brilliant mind." So let's just talk about JoJo for a second. The reason that JoJo is being talked about a lot on drama and commentary channels as of right now is because of the stance that she has taken to publicly support Colleen, and not just publicly support her, but be very vocal and loud about it and tell people how the internet gets caught up in lies and everybody just wants drama and tea. And that is why people are so upset with JoJo. She had an inappropriate relationship with Colleen that she is continuing to defend this person who built this inappropriate relationship with her. And it seems to me and a lot of other people that there's nobody in JoJo's life to tell her this is not the side of this argument that you want to be on. You are a public figure. You have young kids that look up to you. With having a young audience and an audience of people that might be, close to her age, she could have been a really strong voice of support for the victims. And instead, she chose to side with Colleen. And there's just been so much manipulation exposed. Like Joshua David Evans was talking about how the Ballinger family and, obviously Colleen is included. It's the Ballinger family. But they really pressured JoJo and took JoJo under their wing and made sure that she was going to stay on their side during the divorce. And just you know, in my opinion, they used her as a prop. And she, at this point in time, has nobody in her life to tell her this is wrong. Number two, she doesn't have the maturity level to be able to look at the situation for what it is and think for herself and come up with a decision on her own. And I think that's really tragic. She continues and says, James wasn't there, referring to James Charles. I haven't seen him in years, but I wish him well. I don't. I don't wish him well. And if you're wishing him well, then you're a protector, just like the rest of them. Am I surprised? Not one bit. She continued and said, we have entered into a new sad era where it is more profitable to complain about and destroy other humans than to lift them up. You exploit your kids for views. You have literally made a paycheck by exploiting your kids for social media since the second that they were even conceived. So I don't want to hear about how the Ballinger Family channel is some kind of uplifting, positive space. You and Chris have no talent. You use your kids for views. If it was a reliance upon the adults in the situation, do you think anybody would give two damns about what Chris or Jessica are doing day to day? No, they tune in for the kids because people online are weird and they like to watch kids. We've had that conversation before, and they allowed it. They continued to produce the content knowing that it was making them very wealthy. So why have morals when we can have millions in the bank instead? This whole idea of tearing people down and ruining people and just being negative, you know, just for the sake of being negative. We're not talking about people that are just simply hating. We are talking about her sister-in-law literally being disgustingly inappropriate and problematic for years and finally having her day of truth. People are talking about it. Joshua David Evans came out after many, many years of staying silent because we are now at the point where I call it a positive era, because we are in an era of people talking about disgustingly problematic YouTubers, your sister-in-law being at the top of the list, at least for right now. And here in this era, we are choosing to believe the victims who have proven their stories to be true. And that's obviously not the side of history that Jessica Ballinger wants to be on, and I think that that is pathetic. Don't act like you're some happy-go-lucky, positive, you know, everything is sunshine and glitter when y'all are the ones who exploit your kids. And you're the ones saying that people telling their truth and backing up that truth with receipts is now a sad era because your sister-in-law is exposed for who she is. And we're here to talk about it, and we are here to support the people that she negatively impacted. Jessica wants nothing to do with that. And I know why, because it's affecting their cash money. And at the end of the day, these family vloggers, not all of them, but most of them, are about the dollar bill. That's why they put their kids onto social media from the get-go. It's not heartwarming. It's not cutesy and fun and all this kind of stuff. Like, these people know the dangers of putting your kids on social media. All of the evidence is out there, and if you're still choosing to put your kids out there this often and allow them to pay your household bills, I think you have garbage morals. So don't sit here and try to tell me what is negative and sad and all of this hoopla. She continued and said, the best quote I've heard about this experience is, if you have a problem with me, call me. If you don't have my number, then you don't know me well enough to have a problem with me. Guess what, Jessica? The internet pays your bills. And when the internet has a problem with your public presence, your public content, or your family members' public content or public image, we're allowed to talk about it. If you don't want the court of public opinion to weigh in on all of the nonsense that you've been doing while you have been actively hurting people, then maybe you shouldn't be an internet personality. Don't rely on the internet to pay your bills if you then don't want those customers to be able to make complaints. Go get yourself a corporate job. Go get yourself a job in retail. I don't know or care at this point. She continues and says, instead of being concerned about all the people supporting JoJo, perhaps consider that they know her on a human level rather than parasocial opinions. If you're inappropriate in the light, you're inappropriate in the dark. If you're gross in the light, then you're gross in the dark. I don't need this parasocial parameter to be introduced to this conversation, because all of these people that are under the microscope right now have shown us exactly who they are. James Charles, Jojo Siwa, Daniel Prada, Colleen Ballinger, Trent Ballinger, James Charles, Manny MUA, the people who are still actively supporting these people as well. And that goes for the brands too. I don't need a lecture on, oh, you don't know them. You don't know them on a personal level. You're just some parasocial weirdo. No, they have shown us exactly who they were. And we have chosen to believe it and have a public conversation about it. Public figure, public conversations, public content, public opinion. If you don't want the public involved in your business, then keep your business offline. And stop expecting the internet to make you famous and pay your bills and put you up in $1 million house. Because half these people are sitting in $1 million house and they don't do anything anyway. All they do is show their kids. They have no talent. They're not interesting. They're not appreciative for their subscribers. They half-ass it. They run around the McDonald's and Starbucks and do a Target haul once in a while and then just plaster the kids all over the channel. Their kids are the ones that are bringing the clicks and views. It is such a demented, just weird world. She continued and said, I do see that you're upset about all of the things you now believe about strangers. So I do applaud your decision to unsubscribe. We don't need your approval. We do not need your approval to unsubscribe from your boring channel that showcases your kids. Don't need your approval, don't need your applause, and I don't need your, resignation letter of approval either. Our intention is to provide a happy space. And if this isn't for you, then I'm glad that you are aware of that and have made that boundary for yourself. Or people, are just making a boundary that is completely sane and completely normal and choosing to not support toxic, problematic, disgusting creators who give nothing of value aside from showing their kids to the internet and calling people haters and claiming that, grooming is make-believe and victims. What are they? What victims? What are they? Who even is that? And trying to make people feel stupid for having concern over people like JoJo publicly saying it is okay what Colleen did and the internet is just running with a bunch of lies. And Colleen is a great person and she deserves a gold star sticker. She finished it and said, I do really encourage you to look at your engagement with gossip culture with the same scrutiny though. It is likely having a more negative impact on you than you seem to realize. Thank you for all the years of support. Again, I don't want to rant on this too long because I don't want to turn into just like a complete broken record again. Gossip culture and giving commentary on things that have been shown, things that have been backed up with a receipt of some sort, been able to be proven, that's not gossip culture. And to sit there and try to take victim stories and mush it into this thing that is just silly gossip and people just bored with too much time on their hands, using your family for clicks and views or whatever you're trying to, manipulate yourself into believing right now, is the biggest, just a massive insult to the people whom your sister-in-law and literally your brother-in-law, and Chris had his own role to play in creating disgusting content for Miranda. If Jessica is so worried about being so uplifting and how great she is, then let's talk about the that was happening on the set of Haters Back Off. We had that person who was working on the set of Haters Back Off and shared all of the disgusting stuff that was happening on set on Haters Back Off. Your husband was involved in that. That doesn't sound like a very happy, uplifting place to be, does it? So where is all that sunshine and positivity? I guess you save that for the fake show that is the Ballinger Family Vlogs, right? Jessica Ballinger, for a very long time, has kind of frustrated me because as a commentary channel, yes, I've been covering the Ballinger family for a very long time, off and on. But this notion that people are just running with gossip and it's the rumor mill and all of this kind of stuff. Look, I have seen the rumor mill work on social media. I have literally seen things about myself, not a shred of evidence, not a single piece of proof, just a crazy conspiracy from somebody who decided that I am just, wackadoodle crazy and evil and whatever. And I have seen that happen, and that is the rumor mill. What we're talking about with Colleen is not the rumor mill, and it is not lighthearted gossip. It's dangerous. And there are people who were negatively impacted by her actions. And Jessica Ballinger just said, F you guys. F you guys. Like, we're all positive over here and y'all are with the gossip. And, I love that you have that boundary for yourself. I think it's disgusting and extremely insulting. So that's how I feel about Jessica Ballinger making her little statement here. As you guys can tell, I'm rather salty about it, but that's going to be it for today. So if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.